I'm Oak Norton with Scripture Notes, and today I wanted to share how a deductive and inductive approach to Scripture study work. Some years ago, I attended a church meeting where a Sunday school teacher said, "Now, nobody quote me on this, but I think baptism is required for salvation." I was a little surprised, but was grateful the class just gently reassured the teacher that baptism was required without criticizing him. I don't know his background, but this was a question that could easily be answered by a search of the Scriptures. A deductive approach to Scripture study starts with a premise or an idea, which you then take to the Scriptures to find verification. For example, the idea baptism is necessary for salvation. By reviewing the Scriptures that deal with this topic, one would find that yes, baptism is necessary. The danger with this approach is if you have an answer in mind that you're looking for. You may be seeking to justify your answer rather than engaging in a search for truth. Humility is critical. The Scriptures are full of inspired if-then statements, but if we're not careful, our conditional if statements will lead to a false then conclusion. For example, I've seen some people seek to justify socialism as a scriptural doctrine by an appeal to a few verses that indicate people were sharing their substance with each other. This is a dangerous justification. When pride enters the picture because you are attached to your conclusion, a subset of verses might be used to justify a belief without looking at the context of all the verses on a topic. The meaning of the Scriptures gets twisted and false conclusions can be reached. To try a deductive approach to the Scriptures, think of a gospel question you're interested in. Identify your hypothesis and seek all the information you can about it to come to a true conclusion. About 20 years ago, I was privileged to have a conversation with Cleon Skousen. As I asked him what he was studying in the Scriptures, he told me something pretty deep he was searching for an answer on. It reminded me of this quote by Elder Dallin H. Oaks. He said, "We do not overstate the point when we say that the Scriptures can be a Urim and Thummim to assist each of us to receive personal revelation." Deductive study can be very profitable searching for answers. Now, the inductive study of Scriptures is more what we're used to doing. This is where you study specific information and make broader generalizations about it. The goal is to draw out the best conclusions possible, but realize you might not have all the information available or needed to make those conclusions. The easiest way to do this is by taking a topic or doing a search for a word, studying all the verses related to it, and writing down what you can infer from those verses. You didn't start with a premise, but you're developing ideas as you study. You're determining what you can infer from the information available, and the more good information you can gather, the more evidence you have for what the truth is. As you refine your ideas, some of those ideas will in turn become hypotheses for which you can use deductive study to dig deeper and find if those ideas are possible. It's important to just keep an open mind. I know I've been guilty of thinking I knew something only to get more information later and discover my thinking was deficient. Your efforts will be rewarded as you begin a serious study of the Scriptures and try these techniques to dig deeper into the Scriptures. Till next time.